Hiya, Sonny from Cardcraft by Design. Hope you're all well today. I just wanted to come on and show you a mini book that I've just finished. It took me 3 days to do. I've looked on YouTube many a time and seen all the mini books that people have been doing, shabby chic, vintage, etc. And I've always thought to myself, I'd love to do that, but never knew really where to start. So yesterday, because I've been doing all the flowers etc. on previous YouTube videos, I thought I'll have a look and see, you've got to start somewhere. And I came across Tina from Shabby Dabbydoodah. She'd made a mini album which looked pretty simple to me, so I thought I'll have a go then. So I did do. The only difference with mine and obviously Tina's is she stitches her pages together. She tears them out and stitches them together. I didn't do that. I just roughly glued mine together. I took so many and glued them together, not fully, so it looked a bit more authentic. So this is the result. Do excuse my camera. It's a webcam, and I've said in previous videos I'll get my camera sorted soon. But in the meantime, this is it. So I just must apologise as well. It's raining in Hull here today, and the office that I'm in is aluminium, so it tends to get a bit loud. So this is the front. All I did is I just had some stamping up and a few butterfly stamps that I had. A couple of them smudged obviously while I was doing it, but it didn't really matter because it's all authentic. So all I did was I put a bit of lace. I had some self-adhesive lace. Flipping heck, say that when you're sober. That I just put on the front there. Okay, and the back I just did exactly the same really. Put some it's stuck under that ribbon. Self-adhesive ribbon. I can never say that. And just some butterflies stamped up at the top there. I actually the book itself was red, and what I did is I got some duck egg, that's the one, duck egg blue, acrylic, and I just mixed it with a bit of water and painted the book. I didn't actually paint it, as paint it. I just roughly did it, so that's why you get the bit of shabbiness that you get. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's a bit of some coming through there, as you can see. So I didn't do it all to all. Okay, so this is the front. It's just a bit of satin lace, satin ribbon that I've got here, and I just I didn't put it into a bow. Well, I did, but not two bows, because I quite like the one that opens, and then you just two these. So if we open it up, she says, just take that away. Okay, so the first page, I think that was the first page. Yeah, that's the first page. Okay, I need to just be careful then. Okay, what I did, oh sorry, no, it isn't the first page. This is the first page. There we go. Right, so what I did is I made a little pocket here and just put a couple of pictures. They're nothing special, they're just vintage pictures that I found on the net, and I just put them in there. There is a postcard here, but I stuck it down with this one, and vintage border, and just some more vintage paper that you can easily find on the net. Butterfly with some, this is a pink and black one, and just some sorry, where am I going? Just some little flowers here. It's because I'm going on the screen. Okay, the other side, this side, I did let me try and find the triangle. There we go. Okay, so I did the little journal here. Okay, so you can write things on there, I suppose. There's a little tag there, just says especially for you, and that I just slot that in there. There's a bit of the self-adhesive from the ribbon, so it just kind of sticks in there. A bit of vintage, let's right so you can see it. I'm not very good with webcams, I'm afraid. Okay, just vintage paper that I found, and I had some, I can never remember the name of it, but some well, you know, so vintagey papers that I had, so I just used them as well. So I just, you know, that's the first and second. Okay, third and fourth. Another little journal that you can write here, and a butterfly, just a plain white one. I stuck some little white red beads on there, and a flower with a little pearl in the middle. Another pocket up here, just put down so we can see. And all I did was I just put that's like a from the vintage paper range. It's actually a Kodak camera, pocket Kodak. Flipping it. By the look of that, I don't think you get it in your pocket. And a tag here, just nothing on it really. It's just a brown tag, but it's got a picture on the front. And obviously this was off the internet as well, and I stamped it up a little bit with the love, and then just put your tags back in there like so. Put this side somewhere in. Okay, and then this side, same again. I did a botany with some butterflies. And then I did a tag, just a little tag, with a little journal on. I suppose if you can write on that little journal, say especially for you, with a little flower, and then just another plain tag, a bit of vintage paper with a bit, you know, nothing on the back, so you can write. There's a little one. There's a little one here, and that's got a couple of tags in there. It's just a plain round. It's got a bit of backing paper on it, some, and they're just then go in there. And another one. So, and they're just. I just made that a little one because it was what I had left. Old typewriter, and of course another butterfly here with some pearls that I have. And just here was just out of the other range that I had of pictures. I took it out and put it on there. And up here is like another little like a what do they call it? The tag that you can just put the date on, I suppose, and lace down this side. Just a bit of lace down this side. That actually, when I turned over, it was that long that I could put it on this side as well. So that's what I did. Okay, so on this side, again, just some. I did a little bit of a stamp up there. It's just got a little. I think it's got a dog on it. I think that one, or is it a lady? Oh, dog in a bag. There we go. Tag, and another tag. You know, that was the cake. Nothing on that one, but just put in a little pocket at the side here. This is like I say, vintage things that I got off the internet, just vintage paper. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's a little bird there with a little eye. And then I did the clock, what was on the leaflet there, the tag there, stamped it up there with a little, these are just little sticky, you know, what you take off and just put on. It's a dragonfly, I think. And then if that's the typewriter or the camera again, a little one, typewriter, I think. And then of course the butterfly with the little bits on there. Okay. This one, I think I did too many pockets, to be fair. I did quite a lot of pockets on this one, really. So in this one, there's like 3 vintage postcards there. I've just, you know, and I just threw them in that side pocket. I didn't make it a very big one, but you know. This is old calendars. I used to do calendars a few years ago, and these was left over in Talaworld, the Arcs of 2012. So I took a couple off and you know, just made them look vintagey, and made it into a fan put button on. Pretty easy, really. This one I was just going to put the hearts in, but when I did, they fell through, so I had to glue them down into this one. A little butterfly there, and just vintage paper up this side. So that's that. These pages as well, you won't be able to see it very well, but they're like the blue on the outside, the duck egg blue, I did on the pages as well. So I made that. Okay, the next page I did this bit of lace, lovely lace this is. If you ever, I don't know if you are watching my videos and you're from Hull, it's from the range, and it was £1 and you get quite a lot, and it was, you know, it's beautiful lace, you know, pink lace. So there you go. I did another butterfly with a bow on, and another one with an eye, and yet another pocket down here, just with a little tag, you know, and another little journal here. Up here, it's like a photo frame, put a couple of butterflies in. You can put if you have a little photo, a little bit bigger than a passport photo, you can put your photo in there, and like I say, a little journal there. Okay, on this page I did a frame again, so you can you know, you can put your picture in there, a bit of a vintage background. Okay, I did another fan with a bow on, and just some owls down here with a little flower, and I stamped some ladybirds. Where did I get the ladybirds from? Butterflies on it, and of course this from the vintage papers, you know. And I just, with this one, I actually had this paper on the outside there, and I distressed it, made it look old. Then I put a frame on with a bit of vintage paper behind it and love arts around it. So I was quite, I was a bit unsure about the love arts at first, but I thought if you put in a lovey-dovey picture, you know, in there, it won't really matter. So that was that. Okay, the next pages I did was, look at that, more, more pockets. I think I did go a bit over the top with the pockets. But you know, I don't know, you can't have too many pockets, I suppose. So there's a little one there, a little tag. Looks like somebody's going to be ringing me. These are the like I say, the calendars. I just distressed them, put a little bit of a ribbon on. So there's a couple of them, like so. I think that one goes over there. That one. Right, up here we have. Let me see that. Up here, there's another one. Just that one actually does come out. There we go. It's just another little tag. It says just to say thanks, and that goes just in there. The butterflies again, I did just put things on them, you know, little bobbles and etc. And from the vintage range again, the you know, the paper from the vintage range. And then I put another butterfly down here on this other page. Oh, sorry, there's a bit of a flower there as well. This one I did another butterfly. There's some diamantes on, and all the things that fell out. Some of these postcards I stuck down. My intention was to do a folder at the top, a pocket at the top, and a pocket at the bottom. The one at the top I put too much glue on, and then I forgot, so I just ended up doing it with the two, again with the distressed calendar, and just a couple of vintage old pictures from the internet, and just printed them out on card. I've got some more vintage up here, paper and etc. And this mannequin was also out of one of my collections. That was that. Next page. Oh, everything's falling out. That's not a good sign, is it? Right. This one I put a butterfly. Let's just butterfly on this bottom, and some more of this lovely lace. I can't tell you how lovely this lace is. There's another butterfly up there. I forgot to put the diamantes on this one. I'll have to do it later on. Okay, so there's another journal there, and some more tags that just fit into this mannequin. That's where they've fallen out of. And a postcard again. Just fallen out because I've got it up the right way, I think. Okay, another journal. This from my sticky range, along with this bird, flowers, you know, and little sticky on bouquet there, and this background paper, which is which I had in my vintage stock that I had, you know, so that's that, and a little bird on a you know, just on a piece of, I was going to say cotton. It's not cotton, is it? It's a piece of ribbon. I get with it today, honestly. Okay, so again, more pockets. I actually did a top one, a bottom one and a top one on this one. So there's just a little "You are lovely" there. That just fits in there. And the bottom pocket, obviously, another postcard. Okay. This one's got things on the back as well with this postcard. Okay, it just fits in there. I'll just take that out for a moment. Beyond Years, just some more of the vintage paper that I got off the internet. Butterflies with diamantes on, and I couldn't find another use apart from making fans with my calendars. So what I did is I just got a piece and put a bit of twine, tied it with a bit of twine, made like a bow. So I just did that, and a corner piece that I had, a bit of ribbon corner piece that I just put in there. So just put that back in there. And then this side, of course, again I had paper from the internet. You could write well, you can't write a journal on there, I suppose. You'd have to maybe put a date on or something. This that's going down the side is like a very plastic pleat. I'll just see if I can get it. It's like kind of really hard plastic pleat. So I just thought that might look a bit better on there. And of course another pocket here, with 4 of these. I had to put a paper clip on the bottom because it was all falling out. And that I've just put a pocket like that, a little bow above, and some more embellishments on that. There's that. And then the last pages, this is another style of the lace, I think. Or is it the same one? Might be the same one, but there is a couple of different ones. No, this is different because this has got like love hearts at the top, the other one hasn't. But it's really nice, you know, if you like I say, if you live in Hull, the range, and you get like quite a bit for £3. Okay, so that's that lovely lace I did again, but I did it with ribbon in the middle, distressed it, some flowers, again another butterfly, and then I did a tag pocket with some little tags. That's the one with the dog on. I knew I had it somewhere. Then there's a with love tag, and just a gold one with a heart, another bird, butterfly, and some more flowers. I'll just put that back in there. And then the last page, I wasn't going to put a pocket on this one originally, but it just turned out that way, so I did. In fact, I have 2 on this one. Should only have one really, but it's only a little one at the top. I can't get that one out, but the bit of lace again, same thing. I think I got that from the range. That's black actually, that lace, quite nice. And a typewriter, vintage typewriter. Just some vintage things that I got off the net. I'll just see if I can get that out. These, I'll show you these while I'm trying to do that. These was off the internet as well. You know, I can't, well, actually, I was reading it as I was doing it, but men wouldn't look at me when I was skinny. Flipping heck. It'd be good if it was that in this world, eh? Now, so there's your pocket here. I'm gonna have trouble putting them back in now, and a couple of postcards again, vintage postcards. I have some other ones of a bear for Yum Yum. If anybody remembers that, probably American viewers might remember that. So they just go in there. Something else different with the thing there. Again, I just distressed it and folded it backwards and back, you know, and then just made it like that. The other little pocket is just here. It's only a small one with some little tags in that says thanks, and the other one says best wishes. Just a couple of little tags there. Photos off the internet. This embellishment, I've had it for I don't know how long, probably years and years, and I was waiting for the right time to put it on something, and I thought, well, that'll look nice on there, so I ended up putting it on there, along with the butterfly there, with a couple of metal rosettes that I have, and you know, and then the little love art embellishment at the bottom, and then I finished it at the back, which I showed you earlier. This is from the range as well, but got some quite nice ribbon and lace in there at the moment, and then of course the embellishments there on the bottom. And I didn't, you know, I just with the book, the duck egg again, just, you know, just splattered it on, and that was it. Okay, so that's my mini book. So please subscribe to me, and if you liked this mini book, please let me know, like the page, or you know, place a comment below there, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you think that I did for a first attempt. Okay, and I'll be back shortly, probably with some more tutorials. Okay, so thanks for watching. Bye for now.